Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of New Strength Sugar Babes. We've got Liz. Can you believe it, in her 50s? When she told me that, I was like, wow, she just looks amazing. She's really rocking that grey hair. Now, how long have you been in the program?
It's coming up for 1 year, so 12 months in March. I think it's March 18.
Much I didn't. Now, Liz has got a 18-year-old son, and I used to work in mining. She still works in mining as an operator. So she's done amazingly well on the program because she does shitty shift work, like I used to do. But you've had incredible results. You've been amazing. You've been really consistent, and done the work. But can you tell the viewers why you actually joined the program? What were the issues
Well,
you were having?
the issues I was having was basically, since I was a teenager, I had the need to want to join a gym. I had seen pictures, obviously here and there, of how I would like to look. And so it started back then. And as you said, yes, I'm 50, and I hadn't been able to achieve the result that I wanted, basically. And I've been on that Ferris wheel of just constantly dieting, deprivation, starvation, depriving, calorie reduced, bags of salad, salmon, every diet under the sun. Should I eat this? Should I do that? Should I do weights? Maybe I should do cardio. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe I should train twice a day, 7 days a week. Maybe that will get me the results that I'm so desperately searching for. So yeah, it's just been an ongoing journey, really, to find something that works, and nothing had worked. Proof's in the pudding. I still felt the same. It was still that ongoing battle. Ridiculous, really, when you look back, because you think, how long had I been fighting with this mentally, and doing the same thing again and again, although trying to alter it slightly with the diet. Maybe if I did this or did that, or cut carbs or cut sugar or just had more protein. So trying to alter it, but basically the same mental pain, and just trying to find an answer. So I saw you, and I saw your physique, and obviously that appealed to me greatly. And I read up about stuff that you were doing and your methods, and I didn't join straight away. I went back and forth because I was umming and ahhing, because once again it was like, is it going to be someone going, here, eat this and do this, and it's going to be all this chemical laden shit, which I didn't like anyway. So because I've approached others in the industry and tried to get programs and diets, and hadn't had a good result from those either. So I was a bit skeptical. But then I thought, well, something just told me that just reading up about your way and what you were doing, the fact that it wasn't deprivation and it wasn't starvation, and the food you were eating, and you sort of listen to what you're saying and the food you're eating and the way you're training, and you go, that doesn't sound right. That's going to get me the body I want. That's a diet. That doesn't sound like a diet. And that's what I liked about it, because it didn't sound like a diet. I was like, this is too good to be true. This can't possibly be true. I thought, well, let's give it a whirl. And so I did. And initially I went on the free program, thinking, once again, a bit skeptical and hesitant, thinking, is it going to be the same that I've experienced previously with others? And then I thought, I need to do this properly. So I joined officially. And as you say, the proof's in the pudding. And it's changed so many things, not just physical appearance, but just mental as well, your mental state, because you don't realise the intricacies as to what's going on with your body, as we were talking about just before. It's scary that you'd actually have no idea as to what that food is actually doing to you, when if you just make it simple and make your training simple, it changes everything. And it gets rid of the cravings and that the nasty binging episodes that you have continuously, which you've been doing for years, takes away that need to want to just stuff your face with chocolate and chips and anything you can get hold of, actually, at times. So that's why I joined. And as you say, proof's in the pudding, and I'm feeling amazing. I'm looking a hell of a lot better than what I was when I started. I think, your photos are up on your webpage and you can see it. It's, the proof is in the pudding. And that's why you sometimes say, because I am a bit of a god bother about it, I get very passionate about it, because it is actually working, and it upsets me, because I know that there's so many women out there that are trying so hard, which is what I was doing, trying so hard, and all they ever wanted was just to have that physique and not have it be such an ongoing battle, such a battle, like a daily battle with food and your mental state to try to get a result, but not ever getting there, or maybe getting there to a degree and then having it all fall in a heap and just turn to shit because you just had to go back to wanting to binge. And I see these women, I hear them talking, and the only reason why I sort of keep harping on about it, and I know it annoys them because they just don't fully get it yet. It's like, how do you get that point across? If you start talking about your thyroid, your metabolism, your metabolic rate, and they you can see them sort of switching off. They're just still in that state of, no, it has to be, reduce the calories and do more cardio. That's another thing too. I used to run. I used to spend hours on the treadmill. I think one week, I still remember, and thinking how proud I was, that I think I ran a total of 50 kilometers that week.
Yeah, wow.
Because I did it 5 days. I thought, I'm going to run every day this week, have the weekend off, and do 10K run each time, which I did. And I ran 50 Ks. And then, of course, it got to the weekend and I thought, great, now I've done that, I can stuff my face because that's my reward. It's ridiculous. And it didn't get me the body I wanted. It didn't get me the nice, tight, jiggling ass, the muscle-bound ass. I just still had this flabby, flat, sort of maybe a lot thinner, but just this flabby, flat, shapeless ass that didn't jiggle with muscle, just wobbled. So, yeah, I didn't get the body I wanted, even with all that running and all that starvation, deprivation, being worried about having a whole carrot in my salad.
Oh, I know. I used to do stupid shit like that. Like, I wouldn't eat fruit or anything that had sugar in it. I thought was so bad. How many calories are you eating now consistently?
I'm eating 2,000 calories consistently daily.
And how much weight have you lost?
On the scales, it's telling me 10 kilos.
And centimeters? Have you lost lots of centimeters?
I have. It's probably about 46 centimeters in total.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so awesome, isn't it? And what about, Liz, did you have any, a lot of women come in to the program and they have like menopausal issues and sleep issues and digestive issues, energy. Did you have any of those things?
Yes, I had all of the above. Yeah. In abundance.
Really? So did you get like the night sweats and all the typical menopausal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, I had the not night sweats, daily sweats, like just sweats in general would just come on at any given time, hot flushes. Yeah, and I was actually on the pill, and to stop those, that was the answer that the doctors recommended, apart from the other medication you could take, which is, I've read up about, apparently it can cause cancer of some sort, so I thought, well, I'll avoid that and I'll go on the pill again, to reduce the symptoms of being perimenopausal. And it did, but then obviously joining your program, and you recommend stop taking that straight away, so I did, and it didn't happen overnight. Took about 6 months, and yeah, I don't get the hot flushes, and my period was erratic, and it was actually almost gone, and now it's actually back, and it's just normal and consistent. I actually have my period back, and that's with being perimenopausal as well.
It's amazing, hey? It's amazing what like eating real food and not starving yourself can do for not only how you look but how you feel and your hormonal balance. Oh, that's so awesome. And you know, when women join the program, they have reservations just like you did. And you know, I think just like you, a lot of them, they sit on the fence because they're like, oh God, I've just done every other fucking program out there. And how is this going to be different? If a woman was skeptical, you know, and she was like, oh, I just don't know. Like, what would you say to her?
Oh, I would that look, you know, how long have we got? But to try and get the point across, it's like I just I'm just searching desperately, really, to try and find a way to tell them, just to simplify it, because I cannot emphasize enough that this is it, ladies. This is the answer. And Kitty's not giving me any money to say this. You know, I kid you not. This is the first time I've actually spoken to Kitty one-on-one, and I honestly cannot tell you in simple words, really. I guess I can. It's just, this is it. This is the answer. That's all I've got to say. I have been there. I have done it. I listened to you talking. I listened to you talking about your diets, and maybe I'm not eating carbs at the moment. I've stopped eating bread, and I'm actually cutting out sugar. I'm actually going to up my exercise routine. I'm actually going to start doing more cardio. I listen to all of that, and I just shake my head, and I just think, if only used to being too, and just say, ladies, that's not the way. It's not the way to go. Trust me. You're setting yourself up for failure. I've been there and I've done it. I've been there and I've done it. I've done the work. I've done the diets. I've done the starvation. I've done the deprivation. I've done the binge eating. I've done the running 50 Ks in 1 week. I've done the training twice a day. Still didn't get me the body I wanted. Trust me. It's like I'm 50. I've been there. I've done it. I was skeptical, but something said, you know, based on what Kitty was telling me, because it just does not sound like a diet, training 3 days a week, lifting heavy weights, it's the ultimate. It's just simplified everything, and at the end of the day, you know what happens? You get the body you want. And you don't just get that, which is what everyone is searching for. Let's face it, the health and fitness industry, and trying to have that figure, it's $1 billion industry. Everyone out there is dieting to some degree, pretty much every woman. So if you want the results, if you want that mental struggle and that constant battle with food to stop, which I did, I was sick of it. It was like, what's the next step? Where do I go? It's like, who do I enlist next to try and get me the body I want? As I said to you before, it's like standing in the kitchen and trying so hard to sort of be good and not eat crap and not have the sugar. So you're telling yourself the complete opposite to what you do. It's like, you can eat sugar. I eat homemade fudge every day, your wall-approved recipe, every day. Like, it's my favorite. It's my go-to. I don't go anywhere without my fudge. If I go and stay at people's places, when I go away and work, I've always got my fudge. And then, of course, people will sometimes look at it and they'll want some, and I'm like, sorry, I can't share, but I can bring you some in next time.
Oh, that's so funny.
This is for me, but I will bring you some in, and I have, and I've brought people in fudge. But gee, Kitty, it's like I say, I found the Holy Grail. I have found the Holy Grail. I've stumbled across the Holy Grail, and I've said
that. It's so funny that you say that, because that's how I felt when I found Emma. When I found her blog and I started working with her, I was like, this is it. I was like, this is it. This is what the rest of the fitness industry and every woman needs in her life. I was like, I felt like the fitness industry had been lying to me all these years, and they were all wrong. And I was like, this is it. I was exactly the same. But you're right, though, because it's so left field. And what about and I don't know if you had these reservations, but a lot of women are worried about doing the program online. you know, because obviously you don't ever really see us face to face unless you come to one of our events. How have you found the support and the delivery of the program and doing it online?
I found it to be excellent, actually, and very easy to follow. It hasn't been a problem. There hasn't been any major issues. If I sit here and think about it briefly and honestly, has there been any major hiccups with doing it online? Is there anything that has prevented me from doing any of what you suggest with your program? Training wise, food wise, I would say no. It's all worked. Yeah, it's all worked. It's all very simple, really. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. Once you know the basics, and once again, proof's in the pudding. It's working. It's working, and but I'm doing what you tell me to do as well. I'm not sort of going, well, maybe I should, maybe I should try this, or maybe it's like, no, I'm just following what you guys have told me, because I look at you and the results that you've achieved, and I go, well, maybe you should listen to them.
Well, you got to. I think you got to go all in. You know, like, because I think people get like, and I do this with any coach that I work with. Like, I find someone who's got the results I want, and I do everything they say, because it's like, if you're not going to give it a proper go, you'll never know if it actually truly works.
That's right.
But it's working for you. You look amazing, and I'll share your photo, and I can't wait to see how you'll look in another 12 months. Like,
I know.
You know, like it'll be incredible. Yeah.
Well, that's something to think about too. It's like, because it's not like it's, the 8-week challenges or the 12-week challenges. It's, as you say, it is the long game, and you can see why, and you understand why, and that's why I'm so passionate about it too. And I when I get to talking about it at work, I have to sort of try and stop, because it does annoy people, because
they're like, shut up, would you, about this bloody food? And I know, but you just can't help it, because you want everyone to know, because you're like, this will help you. You just know how much it'll change their life. And finally, do you feel like it's been worth the investment, the money that you've paid for the program?
Oh, above and beyond, Kitty, above and beyond. And I could just sit here and just bang on about this for, I reckon, for days, for weeks, basically. Above and beyond. It's exceptional. It's the holy grail. It's, forget everything else that you think you know, because you don't know. This is it. This is it. And it all makes sense. And once again, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. It's like, it's just, I'm actually eating. I'm eating good food. I'm eating food that's actually enjoyable. And, not all this bloody salad rubbish, running 10 kilometers. And it's like, oh my God, another 10 Ks. It's definitely well worth the investment. I just wish I'd found you sooner.
I know. I think that too, but then I'm like, oh well, I'm here now. It's good. We've still got plenty of years left in us to eat this good food. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time out and come on the show and share your experience with other ladies. And if you're watching this and you just don't want to do the dumb diets anymore, and you finally just want to eat good food and train and achieve your body and health goals and actually be able to sustain it, click on the link below, and you can book a free call with one of my coaches and just have a chat and see if the program's a good fit for you. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, I keep forgetting. Because I want to go off on so many tangents, but that's the one thing you also say is, why does the process take so long? You want it to hurry up, and you do to a degree. And one of the reasons why I want it to hurry up is because I just want, like, people have already noticed the change well and truly, but I want it to hurry up, because I want, like you say, in another 12 months, because I want people to see. I want people to fully get it. I want them to see me with my abs finally showing, which I've never been able to achieve, because I look at you and I go, that's what I want. And I want the ass, and I want them to be able to, I want to be able to lift my top up and sit there eating my fudge and my mashed potato full of butter and my rissoles and my Scotch fillet steak and my homemade ice cream, and no salad, not a sight of anything green. And I want to be able to go, look, stomach muscles.
Oh, look at those shoulders. Look at your shoulders.
And it's like, look, it's like I'm only training 3 days a week. I'm not doing any cardio. And that's the reason why want it to hurry up, apart from the fact that, you know, it's an ongoing process, and the result is to have everything in the shape that you want, the nice shape, the tone shape. I want to be able to say to women, proof's in the pudding. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how I'm eating. Look what I'm doing. Following what Kitty's told me to do. And look at this. Look at what I'm eating, and still look at my body. That's the only reason why I'm sort of going, yes, I want it to hurry up, because I want other women to go, maybe there is some truth in what she's saying, you know? And it's
I
like,
love it.
trust me, there is. Please do yourself a favor and stop with the madness. I've spent 50 years with the bloody madness. And as I said, you are the Holy Grail, and you go, like, I hail Kitty, like, seriously, hail you. And I know that you get all bashful and you go, oh, but you're doing the work. It's like, yes, but bloody hell, I would still be on that fucking little gopher's wheel, and I would still be torturing myself mentally and physically, and being in a horrific state of stress continuously because of what we are all doing to our bodies with all this dieting nonsense. If I hadn't come across you and decided to commit and do what you're telling me and actually take on board your way of eating and training, I would still be dealing with that fucking madness. And it's madness, and it is a big deal. It is a big deal in our lives because it affects so many areas. And as I said, the fitness industry is a billion-dollar industry. So please don't sit there and tell me that you don't want to achieve and you don't want to feel better, look better, and not just physically, but mentally. So yes, I just can't stress enough how amazing this is. You're the Holy Grail, Kitty, and thank you. Like, seriously, thank you. Yes,
thanks for doing the work. That's the most thanks you can give me, is actually do it and get results. It's so awesome, because I want everyone to come in and feel good like you. And
it's such a relief. It's like, thank God, finally, thank God. It's like, thank fucking God. Thank Kitty. Thank Kitty.
Well, you're welcome. We'll keep kicking ass and keep getting results, and we can interview you in another 12 months.
Yep.
And you'll be able to, I mean, you look amazing now, but yeah, I'm excited to see.
That interview will be a naked one.
That's right. Yeah.
In the pudding.
Well, thanks so much, Liz. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you in the program.
Okay. Thank you, Kitty.
Bye.
Bye.